Hey everybody, my name is Jamie. I am one of the developers working on Horizons Light at Endurian. We figure we're at a point in the game's development where we can start showing some of the game in a longer playtest format. So I'm just going to explain what the game is as I'm playing it. It's still very much in a pre-alpha state. The AI is still very much being worked on. Like everything is being worked on. Nothing is complete. But we want to show what we've got. Start getting more playtest going. And with enough talk, let's just get to it. I don't want to waste your time. Let's roll out. So Horizons Light is a first-person action shooter stealth game that combines different mechanics that we enjoy, such as jetpacks, such as grapple hooks, and stealth, and exploration, and shooting stuff, and encountering different enemies, and threats, and environments. And so you take these guys, for example, here. Got some basic grunt bad guys. I'm not going to get into the story or who they are or what the player is doing here. I'm just going to show you just like the gameplay here. But like I said, there's an emphasis on stealth as well. And there's, I just blew my cover there. The player gets to decide in most situations how they want to approach a situation. Do they want to bypass the enemy? Do they want to engage the enemy head on? That's up to the player, and they can do so by using foliage. Now, the foliage has a stealth, I don't want to call it a system, but for lack of a better term right now, we'll call it a system, where if you hide in the foliage, you can see like that black shroud around the border of the screen. That indicates to the player that, hey, you're hidden until the enemy gets too close to you, and if the enemy gets too close, well, that's where they can see you, and then they can open fire on you. Again, players can choose to bypass situations, or they can just engage how they want. If they choose to, shoot their guns and go loud, well, the enemies nearby are also going to hear the commotion, and they're going to come on over and see what's up. And the point of the game is to find survivors and get them the hell out of there. Just because, for all intents and purposes here, we don't have survivors in the map, but this is just more of gameplay to show the mechanics of the shooting and then more of the combat-focused aspects of the game. So if you do decide to go loud, enemies will have been alerted to that gunfire, and you can, like I said, you can choose to stand your ground, or you can keep going and just hope that they didn't hear anything, and just explore, find, survive, gear up, rinse and repeat. And so if you break line of sight, these guys will keep looking for you, and then if they get too close, like I said, they'll shoot you because they'll see you. And you don't want to stay in the same place for too long. And as mentioned, games like Halo, Half-Life, Turok, Quake, Sir You're Being Hunted, Thief, all those games had mechanics that we enjoyed and that we're currently trying to adapt everything to. And what you see is a combination of all the mechanics kind of being blended together. Now the AI, or not the AI, but the different factions sounds like too Call of Duty-ish, but it's like, there's different species, different entities, different teams. You got different humans, you've got different alien types. These guys don't like the arachnid zergling looking dudes. They also don't like me. As you can see, things are gonna go bad to worse, and so I keep shooting, and it's like ringing the dinner bell. And these guys are, again, don't mind the spawn points, please. It's just, I swear it's not gonna look like that when we get to the Steam. But it's fun just to have like that not asymmetric, but like just different enemies are attacking that way it's you can kind of just use that to your advantage if you can think of ways. And again, like when it comes to like the stealth mechanics of the game, what kind of stealth gear, cloaking devices, distraction tools, things to look forward to, and exploration. Like we want to encourage the player, like, hey, what's like, no, I meant to hit B, sorry, not G, but like what's behind that floating island over there, or like what's what why would the player want to explore? What's keeping the player from just hitting Alt F4 and just quitting the game and saying they're done with it, they don't like it? Really allowing the player to go and pace themselves as they want to pace or as they want to play the game. If you hit H, you can go into like a recon, or not recon mode, but like a speed mode, so you can like move twice as fast. Especially if you want to do like platforming, and finding gear is going to keep you alive. You can see, for example, in the bottom left there's a blue bar, and in the bottom right you have your 1, 2, 3, 4 slot. So 1, 2, 3 have a battery shield pack. You hit number 1 and your shield pack goes back up, right? So it's all about finding loot, getting better gear, staying alive, finding more survivors, you can encounter people however you want, but again, it's like, you're not going to be able to take on everybody. And with the different NPCs, enemy types, and environments that we have planned, you want to be careful. I mean, but you can play how you want to play. It's like if you want to play as the TF2 scout, if you want to play as a scout from TF2, then that's your choice. If you want to play as the sniper or the hunter, that's your choice. If you want to play as heavy, go for it. Oh, okay. Adding in different weapons, different gear. I didn't take any damage there, but I did take damage. It's just all went on the shield though. Oh jeez, oh boy, having a bad time. And again, that's why you want to stack your utility belt with gear, because you can stay alive in a lot of hostile situations. And yeah, and then you'll quickly realize that, hey, you don't have a lot of gear because you're going to be going through it often. And then when you have survivors that again, I don't want to say too much but I want to say this is everything we have. But when you were leading Marines in Half-Life Opposing Force, or when you were leading the security guards in Half-Life, you wanted to keep everybody alive. And that's one of the mechanics that we're looking at exploring, is being able to keep your survivor team alive, and being able to distribute your gear and help them. Risk reward, what do they give back, blah blah blah. Again, I don't want to give too much away. Kind of want to leave something to look forward to. But you know what? I think that's it. We're at the 10-minute mark here. So again, if you're interested in helping us playtest the game, please consider joining our Discord. We have playtests once in a while. They're inconsistent right now, just because we're constantly working on the game, constantly tuning stuff. But I'll leave a link somewhere, and thank you for watching.